Anthony Hartwig here with a Hubbard player profile. I'm joined by senior Grace Narkum. Grace, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
And you are a senior leader on the basketball court. But before we get to that, you broke some pretty great news for you last week. Tell YSN Nation what the exciting thing is about your future.
Well, I'm continuing to play my softball career at Cleveland State and major in nursing. So that's what I have coming up for me.
When you kind of made that decision to land at Cleveland State, what kind of factors went into it in making that decision, and what kind of things made you fall in love with the campus at Cleveland State?
Well, I knew I needed to have coaches and a program and like advisors that could work with me because a nursing program is a very tough field as long as playing competitive softball. So, meeting my academic advisors and the coaches and exploring the nursing school that they have there, it just all fell into place so perfectly. And the campus is just beautiful and they provide a lot of safety and just a lot of support for their student athletes. And that's kind of what I was really looking for.
Obviously, it's going to be a big strain for time management playing Division One softball and trying to navigate a very tough nursing program. What kind of challenges do you think you're going to face, and what kind of things have you already done in your high school career to prepare yourself for that?
Well, I know a lot of challenges for me are going to be like time management with studying and then traveling with the team. Like making like the bus trips. I might possibly have to be traveling on my own due to clinicals and just other labs with the nursing program. So a big thing for me is going to be my time management and traveling. For high school, I've just kind of taken some classes like anatomy to prepare me, like get a basis for my structure going in and just working on my organization and time management. That's like my number one thing right now for high school.
How much do you think knowing where you're going and not having to worry about the recruitment process anymore and that stress being off your shoulders is going to help you come this high school season for softball when all you have to focus on is making your team better and making Hubbard the best team they can be?
It's an amazing feeling. Just going out and playing with my best friends that I've been playing with since probably like fourth grade. Like it's just gonna be an awesome feeling to hopefully go pretty far, win, compete, and just know it's my last time before a collegiate level.
All right, we have plenty of time to talk about softball. We'll probably talk to you again during softball season about the Eagles and their softball program. Right now, it's basketball season, and you guys are having a great start to the year. You guys have come out. You have a big win over Struthers, the first win in 11 seasons for the program. Talk about what this start of the season has been like for you and what you yourself has been trying to bring to the team.
The start of the season, we knew we wanted to have a changed program, and Scott Silvesco, our head coach, he has done an amazing job of that since my sophomore year, and I can't thank him enough. So coming in, we knew how we wanted to play our game. We don't care about what other teams are doing. We have to focus on ourselves and play as a team and know what we are working on. For me, I just like I play every aspect of the game: defense, rebounding, scoring, passing. Like I'm 5'4" and I play a little bit of a guard, a little bit of forward. I just want to fill the role as a senior on every spot of the court and let my girls know that I'm there for them, even if I'm on the bench, wherever, even if I'm injured like I was last season. Just have their backs 100% of the time and know that they have the support along with our whole basketball family.
As a senior leader, and the other seniors on this team had to get it too, but you said you wanted to change the program. What kind of things have you guys done as senior leaders to just kind of step up and try to guide the younger players on this team to understand the standard, the work ethic, and what it takes to really be a winning program?
A lot of that honestly had to do with just communicating with them. Like, some of them didn't know what the program had used to be like and what to expect. So we would kind of talk to them about how things used to go and then what we expect from them. Just the other day in the locker room, we were writing down on the board what we want to improve on, what we want to push towards, like new setting new goals all the time, but focusing on little by little. We just kind of we talk to them, but then we also push them in practice. Coach is always talking to us, always hyping us up and letting us know what it's going to be. And he's very honest with us. So there's no messing around.
One of the things that has really impressed us from Hubbard is the defense that you guys have put on already this season. You held Struthers to 38 points. They can shoot pretty well. Talk about what you guys have brought to this defensive minded team and how much this team has bought into the defense.
Defensively, we're just pests. We like making girls mad. We like getting up in their faces. We're not afraid to foul. Sometimes a foul isn't a bad thing. We just like to be aggressive and scrappy, and we're not afraid of anything. Those 50-50 balls, coach is always telling us they got to be ours, and most nights they are. We're starting to really come along with traps and everything. Like we're really pushing, and the main thing is our aggression, and we're just not afraid.
I think the Hubbard community is really backing your family right now. We were at the volleyball game for your family. We know what you guys have been going through. How much has sports and basketball and softball and everything that you do as part of your high school experience really been therapeutic for you this season?
Well, going through what I went through, I didn't know exactly how I was going to respond because I've never been through something like that exactly. So it was a weird feeling, but then I took a little bit of time, a couple days to myself once things really hit. Like during the whole process of when my sister was first diagnosed, I didn't step away from anything, but then when I got a little rough, I did. But seeing my softball family and my basketball family come to the funeral, all the fundraisers that were raised for us, all the support I had, the texts I received, it really pushed me to know that like I have family around me everywhere and that no matter what, I can come up from rock bottom. And I did. And I just kept playing the games. Like it was almost like a distraction. And everyone knew what I was going through. So it was really nice that like I could get away and like play for her and just keep my life going on and have the support behind me.
You guys get some of the best student support that I think we see from a girls program in the area. Talk about what it's like to be in a gym filled with students that are get rowdy for you guys, get behind you guys, and really give you guys energy.
It's amazing compared to, I mean, previous years, a normal amount of fans. And then when COVID hit, we just had our parents there. It definitely sets the tone because you're not only competing against the other team, you're competing in front of your friends. Like you want everyone to be hyped for you. And it really helps us. It really does because it sets that atmosphere and we just love it. We feed off of it.
Talk about Coach Silvesco, what it's like being under him, what it's like being coached by him, what he brings to this team, and what he's taught you, not just as a basketball player, but as a person as well.
He brings a lot of love and family to this team. He has breathed family into us. Ever since my sophomore year, getting a new coach, it was a little different and we all had to adjust to it. But he made it clear the very first day he wanted to change the program and he's not afraid to hurt people's feelings. People love him, people hate him, but as a basketball family, we are so appreciative for him. He just always makes us work hard and he knows what's best for us and supports us 100%. And no matter win or loss, bad game, good game, he supports us and runs with us all the time. And there's nobody he'd rather be with. And the fact that we know that is just an amazing feeling. As a person, he's really taught me to just never give up and not let the outside noise affect my game and my life and to just focus in. And I can't be more appreciative for him.
And I feel like the team has embodied his personality so much with this, like you said it before, the mentality of, we don't care. We'll get in your face. We'll be pests on defense. We don't care how you react to it. We're trying to, you're trying to get into other teams' heads. Tell us something about Coach Silvesco outside of the sidelines that maybe we don't see at the games that we're covering.
He definitely has to keep it cool. Not in a bad way, but he's just so excited for us. He is our number one supporter, so he can get a little emotional, he can get a little angry, but we love it and we feed off of it. He's the biggest motivator we have. He's loud, he's intense, but he does what's best for us and we just can't get enough of it and we all act like him.
What are some things that you do personally when obviously you're playing sports, you're doing multiple sport athletes, so the time management has to be a lot. So, in times when you need to just slow yourself down and just maybe turn your brain off a little bit, what kind of things do you like to do to relax?
Honestly, I'm go, go, go 100% of the time, so it's kinda hard to find that downtime, but most people may not know, but I'm a very big Christian, and I attend Victory Christian Center in Coatesville. So a lot of time I will go there to kind of slow my brain down, get some time in my Bible, talk to my friends who may be trying to do the same thing, going into worship. A lot of that is a big aspect of my life that many people may not see.
Speaking of that, I mean, obviously, how much does your faith help your game and the way that you're able to play, the way that you do play, and the way that you lead as a senior leader? How much does your faith kind of impact that?
It's tremendous. There's so many times where I would get down on myself. I'm very, very hard on myself. So knowing that in an aspect of God that He has the plan for me and that I can push through and have strength, it just always bounces me right back up. And honestly, it helps other girls too when they see that. Like prayers before games have really helped. We do that a little bit. We started it in softball season, and girls really loved it. And it's just a nice light to shine on others.
I got to ask you this, especially because you're a softball player, and softball, baseball players sometimes get a little superstitious. Do you have any pregame routines that you have to stick to, and if you don't, you're gonna feel off for the rest of the night?
I don't know. I feel like I'm all over the place because sometimes I'm like pushing to be on time with how much I have going on, but definitely not stepping on the white lines in softball. There was a little inside joke about drinking Mountain Dew. All my friends know, which I know isn't the best for me, so sometimes I don't, but those two are probably the biggest ones.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you all the time.
It's just an energy booster.
You need it. You need it sometimes. Talk about the transition. Obviously, you got a lot of basketball left, but you've done it 3 times now. What is it like going from basketball to softball and changing the mindsets and just going from one sport to the other?
It's hard. There's no off days. I mean, last year when our softball game was over and it was the end of the school year, I saw my coach, Sylvesco, that same night we lost districts, and I was like, I'll be in the gym tomorrow. And he's like, no, take your time, take your time. I was like, nope, I'll be there. There's no off days as an athlete who really wants it. And you just got to adjust. Like, I have the same mindset for every game, every sport. I'm full go 100%, lay my body on the line. And it's just, I love it.
To take this interview back full circle, because obviously we started with you committing to be a Division I athlete. A lot of people dream it. A lot of people want to be it. What advice would you give to younger players that are trying to aspire to be a Division I athlete, whether it be softball, basketball, volleyball, whatever it may be? What kind of things have you experienced that you would kind of give advice for the younger generation trying to get to where you're at?
Definitely don't give up. When COVID kind of hit, I just didn't do much. I wasn't into emailing schools. I wasn't into all that. I didn't get to go to any camps or visits, and then Division I schools were not allowed to come watch you play. So it was really hard. And I was actually committed to a D3 school for a little while, and like I feel like I rushed my decision. But it's never too late to change your mind and take the path you sincerely want to take. So my biggest advice is don't let others dictate your career and your future, and just definitely don't give up and keep in contact with those coaches because the more you bug them, the more they love you.
Grace, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today and sharing a little bit of your journey, a little bit of your experience. Congratulations on committing to Cleveland State, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.